focusing on some of the key battleground states expected to decide the election. The latest Fox poll indicates small lead.
Hey guys, welcome back to Trails to Daybreak. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. I have to admit, I'm really enjoying this game.
Is with the Harris campaign across Wisconsin. Tonight, Vice President Harris is barnstorming Wisconsin, making 3 stops in a state which may determine Democrats' fate in November.
Let's mobilize. Let's organize. Let's continue in this process also to do what everyone here is doing. Let's build community.
Today, billionaire businessman and Dallas Mavericks owner Harris dumps out which polls show is voters' top issue.
I'm gonna try and eat her.
Because she knows that small businesses drive this economy. Near Fox polling out tonight, children immigration is also top of mind, with 67% of people supporting efforts promoted by former President Trump to increase deportations of illegal immigrants. Those numbers up sharply from 9 years ago, and it's an issue Harris was pressed on directly.
You got some luck on you.
Didn't start with Donald Trump.
We've had a broken immigration system transcending, by the way, Donald Trump's administration even before. Let's all be honest about that.
Next week, former President Obama returns to the trail with stops in Michigan and Wisconsin. President Clinton was in North Carolina, showing support alongside Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz, who addressed victims of Hurricane Helene. I just say to all of you that it's unclear when President Biden may campaign again for Harris, especially after she told Brett
there. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency.
The Vice President's got one more stop in Wisconsin's fire rally in Green Bay, and she's going to walk over the floor of the West Oak Gate visiting Michigan tomorrow. President about to take the campaign down south to Atlanta, where they have already seen record turnout for early voting in the state of Georgia. But Mark Barrett live in Wisconsin, Mark, thanks. Former President Trump has opened up a very small lead among likely voters in our latest Fox News polling, as you see there. Reference to speaking tonight at the annual Al Smith charity dinner here in Manhattan. An event Vice President Harris has declined to attend. Just like Former President Trump and Hillary Clinton famously traded one-liners at the annual Al Smith Catholic Tonight, Trump will take the stage alone. Vice President Harris becoming the first presidential candidate to skip the dinner in 40 years. Harris instead campaigning in swing state Wisconsin to maximize her time to battle to the election. But the Trump campaign, she's avoiding an uncomfortable night, given her prohibition. 100% shot at Catholic. He can't the other way. The dinner's host, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, disappointed. It's a shame because the nature of the evening is to bring people together. The nature of the evening is civility, patriotism. It's not a campaign speech. It's not a campaign stop. Tonight, new National Fox polling shows likely voters in Trump more favorably than Harris. Harris and Trump seeing swings since last
fuck, wrong button.
Water by 5 points, with the former president negative 4. And Senator Jim Vance now seeing more favorably than Governor Tim Walz by a single point. In Pittsburgh today, Vance responded to Harris's interview last night.
I think that every time she gives an interview, that we gain about 1,000.
Harris pre-recorded a video message that will be shown at tonight's dinner. Now, look, Trump posted on True Social that he believes that is fair, that she should not have been allowed to do that in advance. But the importance of this dinner politically, well, last presidential candidate to not join the dinner was Walter Mondale back in 1984 when President Bill flipped. He went on to lose 4 out of 50 states. Right?
Okay.
Stocks were mixed today after financial earnings reports. The Dow gained 161. The S&P 500 was on the Nasdaq. Was number 7. Up next, another administering a rebuke for the Secret Service over the protection of former President Trump. Plus, we examine the impact of presidential nominees, look at how their sentences should be.
To me, Harlan is home. But home is also your body. I asked myself, why does this body exist harmless? So I started my own getting a brick and mortar in New York. Has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need a big house, and we think this is that.
Earn up to 5% cash back on businesses. The Chase 8 Business Flash Card pays for visits. Make more with those savings.
After a lot of fun, that's the goal. They're having a 20 hours a day. Very much.
Anything you like power. Anything that changes the world of work. From HR to payroll, ADP designs for the next day.
The Pope is dead. The ones that are accused now. Suppose it's so they want fantasy. The ones who don't want it are dangerous. Suspicions are everywhere. Where did you get this? I promise not to say anything that will shock the world. Be careful, Thomas. This is a contrary rule.
It is a rule. You have to commit to a side.
Prince business cards. But we also print beams and those. And a great one. We print your brand on everything. So customers notice you, remember you, and fall in love with you. We print this with 25% off for new customers at thisprint.com.
Premium wireless for $15 a month. Get mobile. Why premium wireless for $15 a month? Why not premium wireless for $15 a month? Who am I kidding? Premium wireless for $15 a month will always premium wireless for $15 a month. And sometimes premium wireless for $15 a month every day. No points for subtlety, right? Let's be honest. Premium wireless for $15 a month. Am I right? Let's just stop having AI right here. Okay, guys?
Goodbye.
Promotions right here, not anymore. With the new Alpacin Gray Attack, the easy-to-use shampoo for darker and thicker looking hair day by day. Fight for your hair with the new Alpacin Gray Attack. Available at Amazon.
Prince has been my best kept secret. I love luxury at affordable prices. I'm dressed down, but still look amazing. With my bikini jewelry there, I get so it's the whole outfit, one-stop shop.
You okay? Looks like you didn't sprain your ankle, did you?
Their vital advance has been such a game changer.
What are you doing here? No. You must be here to steal my scoop.
Here, I literally shed a few pounds in the first couple of weeks. Learn more about Trump. At
Giacomo's murder's already been solved. The CID's on the case and they already have the culprits in touch. Your editor-in-chief will have this too.
What?
We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening.
I just got
All
stuck
powered
for
by
lane for
fast
no
protect
reason.
technology. Exclusively from Simplicity for faster police response. Now install an advanced
Who
system
are you?
mode. Have a pro set it up
Wait.
or easily do it
Who's
yourself.
before?
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Looking for a way to stretch the dollars? With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Scroll through dozens of prices.
Fine.
That's it. No phone calls, no wasting time. Go to Insurify and save together. Donald Trump live on Fox and Friends, recapping the Al Smith dinner and answering questions from viewers as the election day closes in. The must-see interview tomorrow.
What are you doing?
Do you even know how embarrassing it is to be seen like... Hey, I know you. You're the and you solved that case. Oh, you don't know the hell I went through because of that nonsense you fed me. I got in hot water with the cops. I ended up missing the end of the case.
Last 2 years that I've been on my own, it's been really challenging in order to make ends meet.
Well, you're not going to find any scoops here
So
anymore.
that I feel where
This is no place for a reporter to be. Let's get you out of here, Saber and Sam. Thanks for the help. I owe you both big.
Thanks to Larry Grant, seniors like myself, who
Hold on! I'm not done talking to him! Ugh. You better believe this is the me, friggin'!
another big hit. An independent panel investigating the first attempted assassination of former President Trump is blaming the agency for poor communications and failure to secure the airport. Four-person bipartisan group by President Biden warns that without urgent reform, another such attack can and will happen again. The Small Business Administration says it has officially run out of money for disaster assistance loans. That could delay most of the relief for people applying after Hurricanes Helene and Milton tore through the southeast. The agency says it's pausing the offers to small businesses, homeowners, and renters until Congress returns and approves more funding. A grand jury has indicted a father and son on murder charges for a mass shooting at a high school in London, Georgia. The report said 14-year-old Gray and was charged with 55 counts. Father Colin Gray charged with faces 39 counts. Cole Gray is accused of killing two students in a rampage September 4th. Now the story in strategic contrast. While Republicans attempt to take control of the U.S. Senate, setting aside Larry Hogan and Maryland, their nominees are embracing former President Donald Trump. Some Democrats, though, seeking to hold on to the chamber, are distancing themselves from Vice President Kamala Harris. Both presidential hopefuls will be in Michigan tomorrow. Senior national correspondent Aisha Hassan is in Detroit tonight.
Hear about Trump's endorse in battleground Michigan. The Democratic Senate candidate is out with discord for her party's presidential nominee. In Michigan, we have a lot of split ticket voters, people who really vote a person over the party. If you sleep on us, we will go the other way. That message comes after Axios reported Congressman Elizabeth Bachmann released
I have, in an instant, space can transform, but they are bound and defeatable. That sounds typically a mystery. Gold. Standing the test of time.
I am not rich at all. I work hard, I scrape to get by. Donald Trump wants to give tax breaks to billionaires, but Kamala Harris has plans to help us. She's going to crack down
So,
on
where
price
can we
gouging
find some
and cut
sweets?
taxes for
I don't even know
people
where to
like
begin to
me.
look.
I voted for Donald Trump before, but this time I'm voting for
There's a
Bob.
lot of places, actually. We can start with one of the vendors on this terrace.
Hi, Susan. Hey, how's that there? That cough looks pretty bad. I just Robitussin on
I'll
the
be
real
waiting for you.
plus the powerful cough relief you need. If I work for your trust? Robitussin with real honey and elderberry.
At Biz2 Credit, we know you need to fund your business on time. Business is good. Good
Excellent.
to expand. Time for Biz2 Credit. Bills are piling up. You might need extra cash to get ahead.
Time for Mr.
Our fast and convenient online process makes it easy to get the funding you need. It's time to take your business to new heights. Biz2 Credit makes it possible. Go to biz2credit.com/5. Call 800-200-2891. Biz2 Credit. Funding plus next.
She's making
You need to this kind of high cough.
Hello?
We will baptize you.
Thank you.
Okay.
these narrow means with a silver spoon. What would become? They discover rolling with gold allows others to put their very little things on idle cash, able to send chaos. If it pretends to be anything,
Like an elderly man's name. Or not for a Don't trust the unfiltered internet. Angie has 30 years of experience finding the best pros. Hiring? ZipRecruiter finds us the best people. 4 out of 5 employers use ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate in the first day. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/off. NYPD!
I was sick. I don't know that for the money. Look at these things. The body contract?
Check your local listings. A large retail store just canceled my in-order leaving us with a ton of extra liability. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm going to be your need. For the first time ever, you get standard classic life bills for wholesale prices. Only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade with
have any
king size
preferences?
my bill for just
Thanks
$18.88.
for coming in.
King size only $1 more. And my body pills for $29.88. And multi-use my pills for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size my pillow, only $14.88.
There's enough
They've
now.
never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's gonna be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Alrighty then. Time to hit up one last place.
Welcome back to Special Report. In tonight's 50 Races in 50 Days, we spotlight 2 races to make good on the fact that we did one last night.
It'll make
and
sense in a
something
sec.
wrong last night.
Just
Each
keep
of these
following.
has a single electoral vote that could determine the presidential election. Okay, first, let's start in the state of
Bottling and
It is
bottling.
one of only 2
I'm back
states to
soon.
split its electoral votes rather than the traditional winner-take-all method. 2 of its 4 votes go to the statewide popular vote.
Hey, why not
The
take some
others
flowers
are
with you?
usually awarded to the winner of its 2
I hope I
congressional
see you
districts.
again.
First, let's go back to 2016. You look at the past elections. Former President Trump lost to Hillary Clinton in May by fewer than 3 points in 2016. If you go to 2020, he lost to then Vice President Biden by 9 points 4 years later. Both elections, former President Trump won Maine's 2nd congressional district and each 1 electoral vote. Right now, outside elections rate the district as less Republican, giving the former president a good shot at making it 3 in a row.
Now, if we go out broadly, here our second race is in normally red and reliably red, Nebraska. It's the only other state to split its electoral votes. 2 of its 5 go to the statewide popular vote winner. The others go to the winner of its 3 congressional districts. Now, if we go to 2020, you can see a lot of red there. Nebraska's Omaha centered 2nd congressional district is a blue oasis in a sea of red. The House race there, the 2nd district, is a toss-up. It makes a golden college-educated voters who support Republican incumbent Don Bacon, but they prefer Vice President Harris as the presidential candidate. It is a lean Democrat in our presidential power rankings, or the electoral. Former President Trump won the state overall by 19 points in 2020, but then Vice President Biden won the 2nd congressional district's single electoral vote. If we go to this Douglas County, where Omaha is, a big reason is because of that county, the most populated county in the 2nd congressional district and the state. President Biden won Douglas County by 11 points. So why are these individual electoral votes so crucial in this operation to get to 270 electoral votes? Let's say, for the sake of a what-if scenario, President Trump carries his margin in Michigan and it goes forward to election day. And he takes Michigan, and he takes Pennsylvania, and he takes North Carolina. Vice President Harris does well out west. She takes Nevada, Arizona. She has a good time in Georgia, and she takes Wisconsin. Take a look at that. 269 to 268 for Donald Trump. If the former president pulls off an upset in Nebraska and gets that one, he reaches 270. However, if he goes the other way, as it's likely going to go, maybe neither candidate reaches 270. And the race then heads to the House of Representatives, and there's one vote for each House delegation. That is a whole other scenario, but you wouldn't have a winner at 269, 269. Okay, so let's go back and see another scenario here. Let's say Vice President Harris sweeps the northern toss-up states. She takes Wisconsin, she takes Michigan, she takes Pennsylvania. And then the former president does very well in the Sun Belt toss-ups. Nevada, Arizona, also takes Georgia and North Carolina. Now, at 269, 268 for Harris. Again, it comes down to Nebraska. If
Got some speed on you.
That 2nd congressional district, she would then have the 47th president of the United States reaching 270 and a single vote. And the Cornhusker State would decide who is the next president.
The hell? A kid? Well, I knew I wasn't going to lose you, so this was the next best thing. That was a form of active camo using shards.
Those 3 states,
Same kind of thing
Georgia,
Rangers can do.
Michigan,
This works
Wisconsin,
different.
take a look at the polls. Very, very tight. This is a Wall
Real,
Street Journal
huh?
poll most recently. But you look at the campaign stars and where these campaigns go. Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, how many times they go back there. Let's bring in
If I recall,
local journalist
It's
Patricia
Father,
Murphy.
from a dialect in the Central East. It's how fast you are and the way you're dressed.
Risk
Are you...
politics. Wisconsin, Midnight, state
Wait
politics,
a
reporter,
minute.
Detroit News.
I think I just realized something else.
What's wrong?
How are you a Jaeger in the Kruger court at your age?
Patricia,
You're one hell of a girl.
robust. There.
What?
Is there anything you can glean from the numbers so far?
Really happy to see that people are actively engaged. We have
I'm the eldest daughter of the warriors of Kruger's Fort, Verida Alfaya. I came here to ask for your help, Mr. Alfaya.
unique
Could
situations.
we go somewhere to talk?
Problem here, I think that people are concerned that their ballot might get delayed in the mail. We also have both parties investing heavily in voter education to get their voters out early. That's different from 2020. The Republicans didn't spend nearly as much time and effort doing that. I mean, the Trump rally on Tuesday, the former
Along
president
the
said,
northern edge of the Central East, yeah. We see ourselves as and live a lifestyle fitting of warriors. We revere flames and the goddess Arusha.
is working very well. We're not going to know more until we start to see some of the breakdown of where these votes are coming. But right now,
Yeah, it also looks like all the naysaying and threatening about the Georgia law hasn't really attracted people to come out and voting.
Please, I'm not a
Generally, we talked
full-fledged
about
warrior
Wisconsin as we
yet,
put up the OCP
but it's
averages.
nice to hear you think of me as one.
Recent polls of battleground states, Wisconsin has been getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Right now, the average is 0.3. Where do you see it on the ground?
Oh, I'm in Wisconsin, but we're awesome. It's nothing to do. Remember, the last 6 presidential campaigns, only 2 were decided with 40,000 votes for Barack Obama on the ballot. Hey, here used to be greater than margin. So your
We've
question
clashed against the Ice and Shield a lot over the years.
is that real magic for Donald Trump?
Our last win was around a couple weeks ago in a proxy war against them.
50-50 environment. Then you can go to ground game. And right now, talking about switching both sides of the aisle, if you have the Democrats,
We eventually settled that and both sides left the battlefield. But from what
If
I've
you look at
heard,
our proxy
one
power
unit of the Ice and Shield Jaegers still hasn't returned home yet.
from a lean Democrat to a true toss-up.
For sure. The regimental commander contacted our village directly asking if we knew anything. Puppy, our first chief, has been so worried that he's doing just about everything he can to find them.
I mean, I think it's a race unlike anything else Michigan's seen in a very long time.
Hmm?
Usually
I
Michigan's
did.
vote is leaning
Why?
one way or another leading up to election day. Right now, the polling is right down the middle. I think that's one of the reasons you see Democrats a little bit uncertain in the state right now, but they're just not used to this. I mean, it's been a decade.
Yeah.
They
I
want to
don't need to confuse you, but he's right. We don't bear them any ill will. The leader of the unit that vanished has actually always been really good to me.
like Wisconsin. It's awesome.
Yeah. Patricia,
Her name's
they're also
Ida.
visiting Georgia.
She's one of the most capable Jaegers in her corps. We've fought as allies and as enemies a lot since I first became a warrior 2 years ago. She also teaches me all kinds of things on our off days. Or when our corps kind of get true, it would have been easy to ignore someone as young as me. But she's been nothing but a true friend. Or maybe even a sister. I already had an older brother, but I had to picture what an older sister would be like. Be her. He's very, very important to me. So the first time I went on the search party for her,
Last thing, Joe, you mentioned the senators. He's not senators in Wisconsin.
I don't know anything outside of war and our village. That's right. I lived on my own and rode on buses and trains for the first time to get here. We know that Ida's unit came through Calvert on their way home. So if they really have gone missing, the odds are they're somewhere in this country. As for why I came to you, I've heard about you from the warriors in my village. They told me about a Spriggan in Calvert's capital who was willing to lend an ear to even Jaegers like us. This is a lump of our journey. Will this be enough to cover your fees for helping me find Ida? Don't worry. I got this legitimately for a job.
Diagnosed with leukemia, it just pushes me to be stronger.
So sweet.
A couple of days.
What do
Reverse the sensitivity with Cerevital Advanced. Cerevital Advanced reduces wrinkles and promotes good gloss and ease. With Cerevital Advanced, you can also boost your body's own youth hormone, which declines as you age. Learn more at
Your back is glowing.
Guy looked at tall to short, from big to slim. From our tiny button down to all shapes and sizes to a whole lot more. Try us today. I'm talking just
I'm not sure what's going on. It's really pretty, but what is it?
Find the perfect fit at untucked.com in more than 80 stores worldwide.
You really think so?
My son was always a good kid. He
25 when you got injured. You walk in this intensive care room.
Yeah, of course I can.
You don't even recognize me.
The need for Wounded Warrior Project continues. Your support is even more important now, because the greatest casualty is being forgotten.
It was a real hard time for us. And that right there is where everything started changing.
Our daughters help parents handle receive programs and services that rebuilt their lives. Please join those who are already faithfully giving. All of all lives is given just like the body.
Parents come a long way. He doesn't give up. You just keep fighting and pushing forward.
My life is not what I planned, but Wounded Warrior Project has helped me get past the pain and the
Please, call or go online with your gift of $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket as a thank you.
It's a very powerful. One warrior carried another one off the battlefield. The way I see it, the people of this nation carried another warrior.
Please.
Our story begins more than 65 years
Hello,
ago.
Van. I've been expecting your call.
Where our founder discovered her entire future was no home, no house. But she said she wanted justice, and yes to transform. It's this drive, this compassion that inspires me. As a bystander, here's the legend. The advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. AAR, join us in making a difference.
Indeed. Farida Al-Fayed, daughter of the warriors of previous vice chief. I also know she wants your help in finding a missing Jaeger Corps.
Tonight on Angle Angle, how there's $1 billion and Democrats pouring money into Texas, but is any of it landing? Senator Ted Cruz reacts. That's tonight on Angle.
My family came to Canada because the situation in our country wasn't the safest. I had trouble fitting in, and learning language is very hard. Therefore, making friends was also very hard. And the program helped me a lot because I met other kids who were going through the same struggles as me. So I was able to relate and find somewhere where I could fit in. Thanks to your support of United Way, I'm able to achieve my dreams and become a doctor.
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play, and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
One of the Democrats' favorite talking points this election cycle is actually being debunked. The FBI's latest national crime figures indicate an increase in violent crimes from 2021 to 2022 that reverses what was initially said. Correspondent David Spot has a look inside the numbers tonight.
Good evening. The numbers were completely reversed in this update, and the FBI is facing questions about transparency for not making those changes well known to the public. We're talking about violent crime in 2022. Originally, the FBI came up with a report indicating the violent crime rate estimate decreased from 2021 to 22 by 2.1%. Rounded up, Democrats quickly pointed to those figures. The FBI has now adjusted those numbers, which indicate between 21 and 22, the violent crime estimate actually increased 4.5%, rounded up. In 2022, there were mass shootings in Texas, where 21 people died, many of them children, at Rock Elementary School, and also a mass shooting at a Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia, where 6 people died. But it's not unusual for the FBI to revise violent crime statistics because these numbers, after all, from local police departments across the country, and some of those departments will make reporting. The Bureau says the collection systems are in place to make numbers more transparent to the public, telling Fox News and Sparkle. The next phase will see a shift to monthly data releases to promote transparency and provide an opportunity for consumers to review data based on more timely content. Data will continuously be updated. Violent crime remains a lightning rod on the campaign trail. Former President Donald Trump says violent crime has, quote, skyrocketed, citing a DOJ survey of Americans. The Biden administration frequently cited the now disputed FBI data declaring violent crime is at a, quote, 50-year low. 2023 FBI data just released last month, at least a year late, shows the violent crime rate dropping 3.5%. The question, Brett, will that number eventually change? Possibly, given the track record here. Brett?
All right, David, thank you. Then to our panel here in New York, a huge victory for Israel and its war with Hamas terrorists. What's the latest on the presidential race? Campaign trail. First, take a look at what are possibilities around the country. Right? March 13 in Seattle, the search for the crew of a Navy fighter jet crashed.
Your truck is huge.
Oh, yeah. She's a big girl.
Flying what is described as a routine training mission. This is a live look at Denver. One of the big stories there tonight on Fox 31.
Of the 4 big car manufacturers in Calvert, Indic's got the best rep when it comes to sports cars. This here's the best one they ever made. And I went ham tuning her up even further. You can see what I mean at the front. And the suspension system where
I don't know what you're saying, but it's nice.
Retail space. That's tonight's live look outside the Beltway for special reporting. We'll be back.
The Pope is dead. The responsibility for the conclave falls upon you. Be careful, Thomas. This is not a war.
It is a war. You have to commit. What's all this whining first thing in the morning?
Conclave, AEG, open theaters October 25th.
So, what is love? I don't know. Danny, I got love.
Yeah.
Call.
Mostly for and
like someone, something where you make people laugh.
We also wanted to bring you this. It's got sandwiches, milk, and coffee. I'm sure you haven't had much time for breakfast this morning.
Love is dancing.
Oh, making a guest feel welcome is what a good host does. You would do the same in your home too, wouldn't you?
There's $19 month for people like you. Chinese hospitals for children for people like me. Right now, there are children just like me that need the life-saving help of Chinese hospitals for children. Will you let them know you care? Would you give them just 62 cents a day? When you call today, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and as a reminder of the love you give to a child in need. Will you send your love to the rescue today? Call now and give a child like me the gift of hope. Thank you. Thank you.
Please call now.
And it's still managing to be such a smooth ride, too. I think I can see a little of why you're so proud of it, Van.
I'd really start to cry if you couldn't. We'll be out of the Capitol and on the northern highway in 10 or so. And I'll show you how fast and smooth my baby can really be.
Just try to keep it safe, please.
They sit my jobs at the top job sites and tell people with the right skill set. Supervisors feel fine. And thus I'm hiring means more time. Try to create the same documents, not problems. I can take the key to your house and I can transfer that key into my name.
Crime, title theft. What is that?
What that means is that the criminal, they're able to steal the title to your home, typically by transferring it to another person and then selling or borrowing money against the house. So it could be 6 months later they start getting foreclosed on. The thing about home title law is that never has to happen.
What is that?
They notify you when there's any change to your title, and you're able to hopefully extra thief in the middle of this whole process. And even if the title has been transferred out of the co-title has a restoration team that will come in, they take your title, transfer the property back into your name. Title fraud is real, it's scary, but now there's a way to protect yourself. Give us a call or go to paytitlelock.com.
Hey guys, done your food? Wait a minute. Goodbye.
I'd love to travel. I've been to Easter Island, Galapagos, Morocco, India, and the
Goodbye.
first item that I've had is my balance of nature. It's been amazing. Get 35% off your first stay when you use discount code OFFDAYS. Prince has been my best secret.
Goodbye.
I love luxury and affordable prices.
The quality pollution good is really substantial.
This cookware has this durability that's going to last 2 years.
Goodbye.
Just got radio with the last person selling the victim. Got that way, that friend of mine, no snitch. Even if the consequence of that silence is to let a killer walk free. Or robbery. Who's gonna stop him? Sergeant. These days. By cover. Oh, let's be. Check it.
Singer was responsible for the killing of thousands of innocent people. He had American blood on his hands. It is time for the day after to begin without Hamas in power.
The person who had been the chief obstacle to moving forward, the end of the war is now fortuitously no longer with us.
The whole of this administration, even though it's a short period of time, to jump on that because there's an opportunity out. Bring the remaining hostages, those that are still alive, home. Big news is the Israelis announced that the Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar was killed today by Israeli forces. The Israeli Prime Minister saying now you can see, the world can see, now we have to continue these operations. Let's bring it okay. Sanders going to I'm going to tell
As this news spoke began to come throughout the day, we had confirmation of his death. We slowly began to hear from the Israeli leaders and the Defense Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and it seemed to come a message that this is a turning point. This opportunity, this questions do remain while Benjamin Netanyahu for the rest of the world. It is not the end of the war, not yet. At least there are questions
So I agree with Sandra. I think there's a couple questions emerged. He wrote a piece, Netanyahu, in the Wall Street Journal months back. A big part was decimating.
She was a really famous one too.
It seems like he's well on that
It
way.
was called Zephyr, and one of the two biggest Jaeger cars in the
People
West.
response in Iraq. What will be these greatly
It was made up of a small number of combat specialists, the Jaeger King being its head, and Ida used to lead one of their units. But after the Jaeger King died 5 years ago, the whole corps fell apart. That was when she moved on to Eisenshield.
Yeah, look, take grass killers. It's a really simple thing. And
and particularly in the Middle East, is running for the United States today as well. Israel, for a while, has been doing the things that make our men and women in the Middle East, all those thousands who are stationed there, and the additional troops that they continue to be sending, safer. So a quick basket of Israel for having the intestinal fortitude to do that hard work and take out killers. This take Iran is the concern. You're absolutely right about that. And what we do is the calculus around the embarrassment that they have right now, the two other proxies that lay on the ground, without humanity at the top. So exactly, are they
You told us how deep the connection was. That alone was sheer draw to connect us together. And vandalize all over the world to find me all right. Do you mean it? Well, thank you. I will keep counting on you both.
There was this moment about turning the page. A couple of different ways I asked him, but here's one of them. They said the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years. And Donald Trump has been running for office. You've been the president in the office. Obviously, it's contentious. Obviously, it's they had the rock up last year before answers. How reactions were today? What do you think?
That was certainly one of the most remarkable moments. I had a really remarkable interview, Brett, and it made people at home, voters at home, think to themselves, okay, this is the economy, for example, that I'm currently living in. I got an graphic we got this week that there are more and more people today. We have to go back to COVID years. Look at people who are worried about making their minimum credit card payment. People are truly concerned right now. We're still sky-high prices. They like to tout that inflation has gone down. No, people are still living with this affordability crisis, as somebody calls it. They feel that. And they thought that when they watched that, and I'm sure.
Aaron, I did make a mistake, and I say that I did make a mistake. When I called for a soundbite, I was expecting a piece of the enemy from within, from the real world to be tied to the piece from your town hall, Harris, where you asked the former president about the enemy from within. It just had the piece about the town hall. And I didn't just take a listen to what I went into.
What do you think? I'm saying it's a rifle blade used in our corps. I use it to keep both of you safe. Now, may Arusha watch over us.
My point was that we asked the question about that sentence. So the girl was there. When you rank the highest office in the rank, there's a threshold there you have to reach. You have to show skill, tenacity, ability. You called it on that. I thought it was the highest standard of journalism in this regard. Persistence, thoughtfulness, integrity, and aggressiveness. You want to everyone those questions. And when a candidate answers questions, you hope that they are informing, and hopefully that the interview is informing and offending also. And if you get that balance right, it gets right. One thing I'm thinking is that you did the same thing for
Energy output and output. Activating skill.
But what they should know is that the best journalists, this most serious journalism, makes people mad and informed. How did they do that? You get that answer yourself. Alright, just on the heels of what you said.
Certain art ought to be affected. This fighting's taking a real toll.
And he's thankful. And my job was to get to as many questions in the audience So yeah, the same job of racking and dumping in for different reasons. Hers was, let me say it really was, I can't try not to get for any wrong reasons. She was late, that whole thing. She was
If you're
not
going to boost, I do it now.
I would argue what I was missing was
Time to go on the attack.
respect. Didn't hear it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's nice. I mean, it was a really, you're welcome for that. Obviously, you're welcome for present. At the same point, if you'd like to show up, rationally, it's okay as well. Tomorrow's special report on Ben and Alex guys to handicap those final 2.5 weeks. Thanks for watching. Every night, we are going to continue to cover the selection fair, balanced, and still unafraid. Here's more. Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingram. This is Ingram Angle from Washington tonight. As always, thank you so much for joining us. All right, a telling tidbit from the New York Post today sheds more light on the friction between Kamala Harris and the man who actually won his party primaries. At Uncle Kennedy's funeral, Biden reportedly whispered to Obama, "She's not as strong as me," according to this renowned the conversation. Obama then answered his response, "I know, that's true. We have time." Well, not a lot, only 19 days. And there is a building consensus tonight that the political momentum, at least for now, is with Donald Trump. He did a Univision town hall yesterday, another hostile forum, and seemed to take it all in stride. No reports that he showed up late or tried to wrap the interview early. That's because he's confident of himself and of his understanding of the issues, as complex as they are. Now, this is a stark contrast to Kamala and the Fox death, and that's the focus of tonight's event. All right, last night we shared our instant reaction to Harris' sit-down with Brett Baer, but now we have a better sense of just how badly it went for her. And her own supporters inside and outside the campaign, oh, they know it. The best that they could do, and I read pretty much everything today, the best they could do was try to portray her as Kamala in the Lion's Den. The media's word of the day, tough. At the end of the day, this is all about one word. The word tough. It showed that Harris was tough. She showed a real toughness by going in there and standing toe-to-toe. It was clearly an unfriendly venue. It was aggressive, it was tough, and she was absolutely fine. She has answered
I wasn't expecting that to be how this ended. That young man's most certainly caught my attention.
Would anyone say that about Biden? Absolutely fine. She answered every criticism. What interview were these people watching? Plus, shouldn't we assume that a party's nominee is going to be tough? Isn't that supposed to be kind of a given for this job description? So I'm sure Kim Jong-un and, Xi Jinping might come along. Who's not? And if you really are tough, if you really are crushing it in an interview, why on earth
Well now,
would you want your
isn't this a lovely
staffers
village?
to cut it short?
It's like an adult painting. Rolling hills amidst clear streams, a windmill turning with the wind, and a touch of Middle Ages architecture. The white flowers we saw in the wheat field were beautiful as well. They were buckwheat flowers, weren't they?
You are just dominating an interview. If you're on the top of your game,
Good eye. Fun fact, the village uses them in their specialty dish, galettes.
Oh, I've heard of those. Ida always says they make for a perfect lunch treat.
We're supposed to start at 5
I'm
p.m.
excited to finally visit this
This is the
place.
time they gave us. Originally, we were going to do 25 or 30
Anyway,
minutes.
that bus is going to be out of commission for a while, so why don't you grab some grub?
About 5:15. Dismount there. Like 4 people waving their hands like, it's your It was like in gymnastics, like, wasn't around. Now, obviously, her comm staff saw what all of us saw, and it was not pretty. And it wasn't that Brett was getting combative. Brett was just doing what journalists used to do, ask serious questions, and, yeah, occasionally follow up when questions are actually not answered. It's not that he was combative, it was that she was getting more visibly annoyed the longer it went on. Enter the verbal crush. May I please finish? We have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of Afro-Nationals apply to citizenship review. It's
I finished this one, please. You have to let me finish.
And more than that, her staff should have had her practice answering at least a few questions about her record. You got to answer questions, right? Without using the words Donald Trump. She literally could not do this.
They say the country is on the wrong track. 79%. Why are they saying that? Because you're turning the page. You've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person that run the office.
You and I both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
That was the best line ever. I'm just telling you, that makes no sense. Weak. The woman who thinks she deserves to be president showed up late to an interview and then refused to answer straightforward, rather simple questions that she should have answered 3 months ago. So the subtext throughout, I had to watch this again, torture. Whenever she was asked about her actual record or actual comments in the past 2019, what she's trying to say is that I guess they all would have had more success and a lot more consensus if Trump wasn't out there running and running for president, banging the drums. I guess that was her argument. Now, she wanted to show the country that she is, in fact, a serious person with serious plans and solutions about how to repair our border and get back our economy. But she didn't, because she can't. All she could do was what she always does: grandstand and repeat lines that her consultants had her memorize. Now, when Brett brought up the mother who blamed Biden and Harris after her daughter was murdered by an illegal, this was the feigned emotion.
I will tell you that I'm so sorry for her eyes. I'm so sorry for her eyes. Sincerely. But let's talk about what is happening right now with an individual who does not want to participate in solutions.
First of all, when anyone says sincerely, like thank frankly. Again, this woman's daughter was murdered, and she's trying to say it's Trump's fault, or, move to Trump, deflect to Trump. Again, this is not serious, and it's not going to work in international relations, it's not going to work when you're dealing with Congress, it's not going to work, period. What is she, 10? That's what my boys do. Oh, it's his fault. No, I deal with that all day long in my house. And with all the bromides flying, she sounded like Chat GPT trying to mimic Maya Angelou.
The vast majority of us have more in common than what separates us. I do believe the American people are ready to turn the page on divisiveness and the type of rhetoric that has come out of Donald Trump. People are ready to chart a new way forward.
Chart a new way forward in all fashion. That's the new rhetoric. Again, a new way forward is more like rinse, repeat. Because 5 minutes earlier, this woman literally could not name one thing she'd do differently than Biden. The fact is, Harris missed a huge opportunity last night, and the best that the print media could do was call the exchange testing. To watch it host a New York Times college student using a better SAT word, calling the interview.
Take as long as you need.
Notice what they couldn't say. They couldn't say that she showed a mastery of the facts, or that she laid out a bold agenda to differentiate herself from Biden.
I'll be waiting for you.
She did none of the above. The fact is, her staff was desperate to stop the interview because they knew the longer it went on, the weaker she came across. They were training in a boxing match, throwing a towel in the ring to stop the fight. And that's the end. Joining me tonight is Texas Senator Ted Cruz, who rumor has it is a pretty decent debater himself. Senator, it's great to see you. I think you're just that with Harris. Are you surprised that she's just terrible at being interviewed after all this time?
I'm not. She is, number one, an ideal. She is hard left. Her voting record was literally to the left of Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. Now, I said to Bernie and Elizabeth, there is much room to their left. She is very different from Joe Biden in one respect. Biden is basically Kamala is a true believer. She believes this nonsense. And so I watched that debate, and Kamala has one answer to every question. And one answer is, I hate that. So
If Iran's America's greatest enemy, why did you give him $100 million? Answer, I hate Donald Trump. How are you different from Joe Biden? What would you do differently than Joe Biden? For answer, I hate Donald Trump. He has no answer to anything. And I got to say, the one that ticked me off the most was actually the one you just played there a minute ago. Where Brett asked her quite reasonably, do you wish to apologize to the parents of Lincoln Ryan? Do you wish to apologize to the parents of Rachel Marie? Do you wish to apologize to Jocelyn Nunbury's mother? I know Jocelyn's mother, Alexa. She's a wonderful young woman grieving her 12-year-old daughter raped and murdered by illegal aliens that Kamala Harris released. And Kamala couldn't bring herself to apologize. She said she feels sorry, but she would take no accountability and she won't change the policy, which means today she's releasing new illegals who will rape and murder someone else. She's doing the exact same thing. And by the way, my opponent in my Texas Senate race, Colin Allred is Kamala Harris. They're both open border radicals who take no responsibility for their disastrous policy.
Now, the Democrats want to dehumanize Trump and curate you, that you don't care, that Trump doesn't care, that they're just mean, that they want to, put women, back in the kitchen. I mean, it's the same old, tired, cliches. But meanwhile, Trump goes on with his Univision interview, another kind of hostile event, and he's asked about the three virtues that Kamala Harris possesses. What would they be? This is what he said. I think we have the soundbite one. Yeah, anyway, we'll play it to you in 1 second. But in general, I think we have it.
She seems to have an ability to survive. She seems, because she was out of the race and all of a sudden she's running for president. She seems to have some pretty long time friendships, and that's also, I don't call that an ability, I call that a good thing. And she seems to have a nice way about it. I like the way some of her statements, some of her, the way she behaves in a certain way.
I think all she could say about him was, I mean, here's the real gracious. I'm not new for 25 years.
Look, they're motivated by hate. They've convinced themselves they hate Donald Trump with all of their heart. Their policies are disastrous. So what they do is they lie. Look, I'm saying the same thing I had to make this week with Colin Allred. The entire day, just like Kamala Harris, he keeps trying to pretend that he hasn't been a hard left, that he hasn't supported open borders, that he hasn't supported defund the police, that he hasn't opposed oil and gas and energy. And he's running over $100 million of ads lying to the people in Texas. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you, Laura, I'm getting massively outspent, and so I want to encourage your viewers, please come to tedcruz.org, tedcruz.org right now, because this race is a 1 or 2 point race, and we are seeing $100 million coming in. And the only way we're surviving is millions of people are coming to tedcruz.org and giving 25 or 50 or $100 or even more, and that lets us communicate the truth. It's what Donald Trump is doing, pointing out that his policies work, securing the border, unleashing the economy, and their policies are a disaster. So I'm grateful to the folks that go to tedcruz.org.
Yeah, you got it in, Ted. That's why you're but the point is, the argument for Texas is, if you want us to be like San Francisco in California, then go with that guy. Then definitely vote for him. If you want us to continue to be the place where everybody else moves to escape those kinds of policies, then you got to go with what works. I mean, this is status quo. Either status quo of horrible Kamala Harris type policies, or the change of economic advancement, which you guys are just killing it in Texas. And Chad is great. Sorry, Chad's got no for that one. Senator, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. All right, coming up, Kamala's campaign, as I said, having a few challenges. So, do they have a defibrillator handy to save them? We're going to examine that.
I speak in the name of the white trooper. She's with him. retail store just canceled a huge order, leaving us with a ton of extra My Pillows. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm going to make it your game. For the first time ever, you get standard classic My Pillows for wholesale pricing. Only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade your
Hey guys.
My Pillow for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. Get my body pillows for $29.88 and multi-use My Pillows for $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size My Pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Thank you.
At Biz2 Credit, we know you need to fund your business on time. When business is good, it could be time to expand.
Time for Biz2 Credit.
When bills are piling up, you might need extra cash to get ahead.
Time for Biz2 Credit.
Our fast and convenient online process makes it easy to get the funding you need. When it's time to take your business to new heights, Biz2 Credit makes it possible. Go to biz2credit.com/time. Call 800-200-2891. Biz2 Credit. Funding what's next.
Well, my back got injured very bad. So I worked for about a year. I heard about Relief Factor from my wife. I took it every day, 3 times a day, for 3 weeks. Looked at her and I said, the pain is gone. She said, I'm glad to help. I said, no, you understand. It's gone. You too can feel better every day with Relief Factor, a daily supplement that fights cancer. Call or go online now.
Again.
Quick start, just $19.95.
All right, it's time for the annual Locksmith dinner. Kamala Harris will not be in attendance. There's no more joy or even laughter in the Harris campaign. We'll explain live on air.
Send those pics in.
Clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
I was making when I found out about what the United Ways do, I was going to use that in my back. I might be dead. 14 years. I got that. Son, you gotta keep your eyes open. Coach, got a proposition for you. Make a run in the Little League World Series. I managed the worst team in the league. Not bad, right? It's too bad. Just gotta find a way to inspire me. You're gonna win this game for me. I want you to play to live for each other.
The top line is the 5-point advantage that Kamala Harris had in our last poll is gone.
I mean, just look at them side by side and you can see
Democrats roaring their full beat of Donald Trump's 2016 win.
Except bigger. That reality has replaced vibes. As Angle correctly predicted, polling guru Nate Silver is now warning Democrats that Harris probably faces a tougher environment than Clinton or Biden. Incumbent parties around the world are struggling. Cultural pendulums swinging conservatives. Inflation and immigration are big deals to voters, you don't think? And now Silver's forecasting that Trump will win the election. This comes with the Fox News national poll has Trump ahead by 2 points. Pointing out Kevin McCarthy, former Speaker of the House, Mr. Speaker. Now she has raised $1 billion. She's burned through most of that, and they're going back to Wall Street, Silicon Valley for more money. They need more money, they said, to win in these swing states. What is going on there?
They're yelling at the donors, they're yelling at the voters, why won't they support them? And the other thing you have to notice too, if you don't want to know which side is losing, look for the articles where there's infighting. Most of the Democrats now get the article, there's all this infighting.
Pennsylvania, campaign chief is a disaster.
Yeah, but who to blame? Who to blame for this? Who to blame? The party themselves, the policies for blame. Third, as Kamala Harris, one thing historically has always told us, she peaks on the day she announces, and then she
Time to
brings
start
down
working.
the day, which we have watched happen. Secondly is, there's a contrast here. They try to do the old thing against Donald Trump. You can't. The American public knows him now. They know him and they know his policy. So you can lie as much as you want. It doesn't matter. The other thing, too, is something different. This environment, the one thing about the environment is you watch the Gallup poll a week and a half ago, it doesn't ask you who you're supporting. It asks you who you identify Republican or Democrat. Historically, Republicans have never won. They won the poll by 3 points. 48-45.
Can we talk?
You can look and you could correlate when Democrats win the presidency is the difference between those two. But Republicans have never won. They ask the second question, who's best to solve your problems? Republicans beat Democrats on that. And think about the voter registration to where it was 4 years ago. It grew with Republicans, dropped with Democrats. So I don't know why the Democrats are listening. More Hispanics are voting for president at 41, the highest black vote.
But you're right, they're lashing out at black men. We're going to get to that coming up. Black men, yeah, black men, and then Hispanic voters are also saying, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing here? They're voting for their own economic interests.
Exactly. They watch. More to say what she said. That look, if I were in a I would have one ad between others. I'd use her own words. What would you have done different? I can't think of anything.
She's a change candidate.
Then just put more of the same. The only change is President Trump. Change back to where we don't have inflation. We have a secure border. We have a safe world with no more wars. We've got an America where everybody's rising.
You know what people say to me? They say, gosh, remember when interest rates were 2.1%? Why didn't I buy a house? Or why didn't I buy an apartment? Or why? So many people, and you don't want people to think that you're ever that's over. You'll never have that dream of opening your own home again. And he's speaking to that now, which I think is very.
Whoa, a huge thing's turning just with the wind?
And then next, when you look at a secure border.
Okay, we'll come back here.
One of these up close in person before.
All the headlines, people were getting raises. Their employer was giving them more money. She wants to take your money. Somebody else wants to make you have more money. And we didn't have inflation, so when you got more money, it went further.
So the celebrity factor is happening.
Well, it never works. It never works.
Let me ask you something.
Mr. Speaker, it's always great to see you in the studio. Thank you so much for coming. All right, coming out of the Harris administration is called Cooking the Book again. We'll expose it next. All right, everybody, here we go.
The countdown to joy has begun. Just like heaven. This holiday season. Over 30 holiday movies. All season long. Countdown to Christmas. Only holiday movies all season long. Only on Hallmark Channel. A large retail store just canceled on a huge order leaving us with a ton of extra ride bills. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm going to make it your game. For the first time ever, you get standard classic ride bills for wholesale pricing. Only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade with queen size ride bill for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. And my body pillows for $29.88. And multi-use my pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size my pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
How are you so nervous? Can you tell me when it happens, or? he just leave? Come on, bring it. If he's not, it's good. He's not. At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by Fast Protect technology. Exclusively from Simply Safe for faster first response. Get Simply Safe today with no contracts or cancellation fees, so you're never locked in. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
I'm Sandy Cowan, and I've written multiple books about health and wellness. So obviously, living a healthy life is important to me. That's why I eat well, exercise, and take balance of nature. Balance of nature is perfect for me. Well, is it forever?
Get 35% off your first set as a preferred customer with free shipping and a money-back guarantee. Claim this offer by using discount code OFFNEWS.
At Interactive Brokers, independent RIAs work with the best research and trading tools designed to help them outperform markets. Meet them at Interactive Brokers Investors Marketplace for advisors. Advisors at Interactive Brokers keep all they earn on a low-cost platform with no ticket fees or custody charges, low margin rates, and high interest earned on idle cash. To get better results, get a better platform. The best informed investors choose Interactive Brokers.
Your neighbor just paid an enormous amount for a new roof, but he didn't have them, and neither did you. Because Roof Max can add years of money for $20,000 or more for a new roof, or as low as $35 a month for Roof Max. You decide. Any roof more than 7 years old should be Roof Max. Clear it up and treat it and make your roof like it. And the best part, we'll extend the life of your roof up to 15 years. Call now, we'll give you our $859 roof tune-up for free with your Roof Max treatment.
This country has never been so divided. Are you a licorice lover or hater? We at licorice.com have 50 plus gourmet flavors that you'll flip out over. Get some for yourself or a licorice lover in your life. Licorice lovers unite at licorice.com.
48% nerve and muscle. I recommend Qnol Magnesium Glycinate. It's formulated for high absorption and it's simple stuff. Qnol, the brand I trust.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
A lot of black males are not into the Harris campaign. What is important to vote for Trump is because I'm dissatisfied with our voters. I believe that those need to be secure. Every policy that Trump is pushing is something that I hold true to from a value as well as a moral standpoint.
Okay, black men are beginning to think for themselves and thus are facing a barrage of smears from the Democrats. All because, again, they're not marching in lockstep behind Kamala Harris, not all of them. And instead of blaming for decades of neglect towards their community, the left is just accusing black men of being misogynistic. Low ranking today. For a long time, anti-racism, compassionate safety net policies were the glue that held nearly all black voters together with Democrats. But the patriarchy takes the men and pushes it away, and more black men are simply may simply be drifting in that direction. Joining me now, spokesman for the patriarchy, Horace Cooper, take 21 chair. That was an actual column in the New York Times. The patriarchy.
I read it and laughed. Look, we at Project 21 saw the NBC poll that said 33% in 2024, 33% of black men are moving to either center or right positions. And we, Project 21, have been trying to make that a crime. But it has been easier for the left to do it. When we talk about the patriarchy, these woke terms alienate black men. And one of the biggest groups within black men that it alienates are blue-collar workers. Blue-collar black men are more likely
likely, and certainly extremely likely, to say have the same idea about the world as white blue-collar workers. Their jobs are going overseas or what? Absolutely. The migrants are getting their jobs, or the jobs are being shipped overseas, and the Americans know better than that. We have that working for them. We send people to the grocery store, and their eyes are opened up with black smokers, and then we're supposed to say, ignore all of that. Exactly.
I went up to people just during the home streets in the notebook. They said, I'm voting for Donald Trump. Now, the reasons why, they said, because most of the time they said, well, for economic reasons, right? Or because he gave me a stimulus check, and I had to correct them over and over and tell them that stimulus check came from a Democratic congressman, from Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, so first, he's the national corrector of misunderstandings. Apparently, black men can't think for themselves.
Maybe I'll start with how he can behave as a person over the air without mistreating women and acting in a misogynistic way. But putting that aside, black men do not believe that all of those woke, progressive ideas are practical for them and their lives. I said in my book, which I back in James, it is those woke policies. And I don't get to
Yeah, or if these guys are all like, I have no money in my pocket. My wages were going up, I have more money.
change operations for prisoners.
They don't like that, they're coming.
For all the courses. Crazy, these ideas of how they would like to solve the problems that Americans face, the black Americans face. So it's the part where it's on your majesty.
Well, that seems to be Kamala's MO to find a way to the campaign.
Someone who suggests we should terminate the Constitution of the United States should never behind the
But to her ludicrous lie about Trump and the Constitution, perhaps she should look into it. Because her party that has no qualms about blowing up. Today, the Biden-Harris administration approved another $4.5 billion in student loan forgiveness for 60,000 people. That brings the total to $175 billion. They are literally ignoring a Supreme Court decision. Look, anything to get the info. And then there's Kamala's price gouging proposal, which is also destined to be struck down in federal court. Come on. And there's the Biden-Harris court reform proposal. Yeah, court reform. A direct violation of the Constitution itself. And the list goes on and on. Joining me now, Chris Landau, former law partner of Justice Scalia, former ambassador to Mexico, and Will Kane, Fox and Friends Weekend co-host. Both of you, great to see you. Which of the moves that I just mentioned are the most egregiously unconstitutional?
Well, I think you guys started with the proposal to change the Supreme Court tenure and to say that Supreme Court justices no longer serve for life. I mean, that's attacking the very fabric of our government and the major check on the executive branch. I think that that's where our whole system of government goes. So it's hard to be more radical than that.
Well, Kane, this seems to be the norm now for Kamala and company, especially in the waning weeks of this campaign. They're going to blow up the Constitution, but we're going to shred it and hope nobody mentions it. And how does any of this ultimately bring people back into the fold?
Only by fear, by scaring them with lies. I was sitting there listening to that clip that you played, Laura, and I'm sitting here going, when does he say set aside the Constitution? And then I have to remember myself, you're listening almost literally, but still figuratively, but almost literally to the boy who cried wolf. Whether or not it was very fine people, play the extended clip, we know what he truly said. Whether or not it was bloodbath, play the extended clip, we know what he truly said. When it's not It's dictator for a day, but you only have to vote once. He's explained the importance of this election to this setting side of the Constitution. It's just complete and utter boy who cried wolf syndrome. They're telling lies. And the lie, here's the best part, as you're pointing out, is projection. And it's projection that's been done on a multitude of issues, from racism and COVID, and who believes in science, to who will destroy the Constitution. They're casting stones from the position of which they are threatening. They are the threat to the Constitution.
And total Chris on this. Chris, I wanted you to hear something that Kamala said about Trump. This was tonight in Wisconsin.
The stakes are even higher because a few months ago, the United States Supreme Court told the former president he is effectively immune no matter what he does in the White House. And think about that. Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails.
Chris, this woman is actually, well, reports are that she didn't pass the bar first time around. I personally confirm that, but I believe that's the case. But she's actually was Attorney General of California making that statement. React, please.
It's really disappointing that our political figures at this national level are engaging in this kind of cheap rhetoric and in such a grotesque distortion of the Supreme Court decision, which protects not Donald Trump, but the office of the presidency. It says that presidents can't be held criminally liable, as this administration has tried to do, for their official acts. That's the way the Constitution has to operate, as the Supreme Court recognized. That is true whether the president happens to be Donald Trump, or Joe Biden, or Barack Obama. It doesn't matter. It is about the presidency and his role in the separation of powers. You know, pandering is nothing new in election campaigns, Laura, but I don't think we have ever witnessed pandering on this level. Just go back to the previous segment.
All right, let's go monster hunting. To the highway we go.
Shouldn't we talk to some more people before we head out?
Nah, we've gotten every scrap of info they have to give.
It says and others on the website. I mean, Joe said, I have to go back to this Brett Bear conversation with her because it's never a good thing on the number one issue facing the country, the economy, when you say, well, you can go to my website. Like, we're kind of beyond going to the website at this point, right? You should be able to clearly delineate your policies. But, like, if you just go to my website, you'll see all my wonderful ideas.
Just trying to figure out who you are, Vice President. Madam Vice President, we're trying to inform the American people, said Brett Baer, on exactly what it is you stand for and the inconsistencies of your record. Well, you can go to my website, because I want to use this opportunity on Fox to mention the name Donald Trump no less than 113 times. 2 times every minute to make sure you understand this election is a referendum on Donald Trump. Don't worry about what you see here. I'm just a blank slate, which is actually kind of true. She is a blank slate for the Democratic Party apparatus, and she wants it to be a referendum on Donald Trump.
Well, guess what? She's the incumbent. That don't work in politics. Chris and Will, both of you, thank you. All right, coming up, Democrats' narrative on crime. It's declining, right? Things are safe. Do you feel safer out there? Well, we'll tell you what's really going on next.
You're leaving me?
Or a TurboTax expert. See it, Adam.
TurboTax will beat your price.
This fall, switch to a TurboTax Live expert and you'll beat the price you paid your pro last tax season. After many years of working as a teacher, I wasn't ready for retirement.
Becoming a visiting Angels caregiver is such a rewarding job.
Every day I make a difference in the lives of those who matter most. Our seniors, who may need a little extra help.
If you have more to give
And compassion in your heart.
Begin a new career as a visiting Angels caregiver.
apply today.
You're weeks away from reversing the signs of aging with Cerevital Advanced. From wrinkle reduction to weight loss to looking and feeling younger overall. Cerevital Advanced is also a natural way to boost your body's own youth hormone, which sharply declines with age, backed by 25 years of research and proven over and over by experience. Cerevital Advanced, the #1 anti-aging therapy in America. Learn more at trycerevital.com.
This is a call to all my fellow Americans. Stand up, fired up, and will not let up. But put your foot down and we'll never lay down, Americans. You're the ones this country needs. To stand up for what you believe in. To wear your pride on your sleeve. This is a call to the ones who put family above fortune and always have their neighbors six. At Pure Talk, we're a wireless company that champions American values. We'll give you a voice, along with unlimited talk, text, and data, for only $25 a month. It's less than a burger and fries these days. All on the most dependable 5G network. So stand with us, a proud American company that stands up for and gives back to the people who built this country. People who stand for our flag. People who believe in working hard, not hardly working. So join your fellow Americans and call Pure Talk and get 50% off your first one. This is your call. It's time to answer.
Quince has been my best secret. I love luxury at affordable prices. I want to dress down, but still look amazing. They have it. If you need jewelry, they have it. I get so many compliments. The whole outfit, one-stop shop. Get $20 off your first purchase at Quince.com. I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years. Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobella, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal? I saw the results immediately. The best I had felt since I was in my 20s. For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobella's best offer of the year. It will change your life. Call now or go to sonobella.com.
Daybreak enough. What it means for the battleground state. Tonight on primetime.
Welcome back to the talk show. My next guest is hooked on an app.
Ever since I downloaded the free STV app, I can't stop watching it. All of my fingertips. All for free.
Do you see that?
Curtis Entertainment. All here for you. Download the free STV app now. Camera one.
Oh, hey. Hey, you call with a question?
Yes. I'm grabbing my combo next time.
Oh, can I get on further if it's died on? What? Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. Smoking weed affects reaction time and concentration. A message from Matt Canada. Put your hands together for a lady This is what this trip says. Cameras are great. They put your goes around chopping people up with a fed arteries that are today. This whole concept is a trap. The suspect pushed her to the ground with her walker, causing her to slam her head on the concrete and cut her arm. These scratches of hers, surveillance cameras captured the suspect running away and then drove Jane to a trauma center. The teenager spun up, attacking him. He says they demand he give them his stuff. He fights back. Seven-year-old Stephen Miles rocked our park on Detroit's far west side this weekend. Grandma attacked him by a 73-year-old man. Okay, big, other guy, infuriating and heartbreaking story. We've been hearing that for the past 3.5 years. But that press keep telling us things are getting stronger.
Okay.
Maintenance mode engaged. That was a single element slot.
And it's happening at levels that nobody but us.
The FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country.
Oh, really, David?
Well, now we know those were just political talking points in an election year, because it turns out that the Biden-Harris administration is cooking the books again. Just like how the economic data was revised downward month after month, it seems the FBI's crime data was revised as well. but they stealthily changed it in September to a 4.5% increase. Well, they didn't even acknowledge the change. They just
Looks
thought
like
that
a new
nobody
shard skill.
would notice it. Joining me now is Brandon Tatum, former police officer, owner of the Tatum Store in Tyrone, Bahamas, and an ex-gang member, and founder of XCOM for Community Change. Tyrone, I'm going to start with you. You know, you were in prison. Now you're doing work on the ground in Chicago. From what you're seeing, do these statistics, crime going on, reflect the reality?
No, they don't. Thank you for having me. No, they don't. See, what we have is victimization in Chicago.
Shard
That
skills
has been
updated.
happening for as long as I can remember, even when I was running the streets. What's happening
Shard
is the
skills updated.
influx. Wherever there's migrants and wherever there's sanctuary cities, Trump is right. You will find that crime has increased. It's a shame that even with all of the energy and effort we put in, and I don't think President Trump gets enough credit because he has cured a lot of the 1994 crime bills that ushered in mass incarceration of black men and boys all over this country. But Trump's First Step Act has created an influx of men and women in these communities that has been reformed, former gang members,
That one's a single element slot.
Americans that have been helping in reducing violence and crime in these cities. And it's unfortunate that with the level of men that under Donald Trump that has come out of prison, that the Republican
I
Party
see.
and even Trump administration hasn't really pushed that narrative to show that the men that he released, you will find that a lot of them are active in reducing violence in the time to do.
You know, and you're not the first person to tell me this, by the way. And Brandon, I think it was Tyrone, but I think I'm not misstating what he just said. This idea that crime was declining never felt right to people who were actually on the streets. And it turns out it wasn't right. It was wrong. And yet it was repeated repeatedly through the campaign.
That one's a single
Now
element slot.
CNN, Brandon, is refusing to acknowledge
That one's a single
that the
element slot.
data does not align with their agenda here. Watch this.
Shard skills updated.
The suspect pushed her to the ground with her walker, causing her to slam her head on the concrete and cut her arm. He snatches her purse. Surveillance cameras captured the suspect running away, and medics drove Jane to a trauma center. She a teenager.
Yeah, that's the wrong clip. That's the wrong clip. But someday we're going to play the clip because we don't have that clip. Okay, so we don't have it, right? That's the wrong TV. This is what happened. But the bottom line, it's an inconvenient fact for them, right? So I saw that when I was in Chicago.
Looks like a new shard skill. That one's a single element
Well,
slot.
the crimes aren't being reported as they used to be.
That
They're
one's
being
a single element slot.
recategorized by police to make it look like crime is down. Is that right? Is that part of what's going on here?
Yeah, I've been in some of these cities that is what's going on. I remember when I worked in Tucson as a police officer there was certain burglary crimes that were reclassified, and we ended up in Tucson, Arizona, had the highest crime rate in certain burglaries in the entire nation, which we know that wasn't true, but they wanted to reclassify certain things so we look better in other areas. This is what they do. They play games, they lie. But the beauty of what has come about in America is the advent of social media. We see videos every single day with people bludgeoning other people in the middle of the street, robbing, looting, killing, stealing, thugging. We see it with our own eyes. And people that live in these communities that experience this, they don't care what FBI statistics say. They don't care what a politician is trying to say during an election season. People are having real experiences, and that's why they're not voting for the party that has been saying for so many years that they want to defund police and that there is no real crisis and all of those things. But people they're not stupid. They see what's going on.
And the FBI standing by its number saying, well, we were right because they're kind of being calculated differently, so they gave us a statement. But nevertheless, the gang activity that you're seeing on the streets of Chicago, very briefly, tell us about it.
Yeah, you know, we dealing with the level of just the influx of migrants that's going into the various Latin groups with the TVA and the different gang influxes. But the biggest thing is the FBI numbers are even on. You got to understand in these communities where black people have had a systemic distrust of the police.
Thanks.
Yeah, man, I know you've been shot.
Well.
Really go through and through that don't even report.
Okay.
That there's been a fact or victim.
We're gonna keep on this topic. We'll have you back probably in the coming on short tonight. Very important perspectives on this incredibly important issue. Brandon and John, thank you. All right, coming up, Kamala ditching the Elspeth dinner tonight could really do.
We got a save coming up.
What are we doing with our life, Bree? We're gonna crash Christmas.
I hope that bus makes it back safe and sound.
Dancing distraction.
And if something happens to it, it's just more work and Mira for us.
Van, please don't wish for people's misfortune.
Another Christmas party.
Holiday crashes. Check your local listings. Order countdown to Christmas.
This is how AG1 works to deliver foundational nutrition that tastes great too. Matching natural pineapple and vanilla flavors with nutrient density to start every morning right. Upgrade your daily habit today at drinkag1.com.
Oh, by the filter, it's well designed.
Excellent. And we'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Peace out.
Guaranteed. What more could you ask for? Filter.com.
Well, back I didn't very bad. I was off work for about a year. I heard about Relief Factor for my wife. I took it every day, 3 times a day, for 3 weeks. Look at her and I said, the pain is gone. And she said, I'm glad it helped. I said, no, you don't understand. It's gone.
You too can feel better every day with Relief Factor, a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Call or go online now for a 3-week quick start, just $19.95.
You have no idea what's on your fruits and vegetables. Before you take another bite, you need Eat Cleaner, the natural fruit and veggie wash that is going to change the way you think about fresh produce forever. Just spray and rinse. It's as easy as that. Our patented, natural, lab-proven formula not only removes rats, pesticides, and chemicals to 99.9% of bacteria that can cause airborne illnesses. And check this out. Here's a delicious looking apple, right? Here's another apple from the same place. The difference is you put it in for 3 seconds to show you all the wax that you can't see. That wax is the fun and the pesticide. Eat Cleaner gets rid of it all. This broccoli, free from the store, a wonderful bead right on. You just infuse the cookies, lab to get rid of the wax, the chemicals, the dirt, and look at how it's wonderful and right through it now. Of your fruits and vegetables without pesticides, chemicals, and waxy coatings. Did you know that you can't throw out pesticides? All your food should start out with produce that's pesticide and chemical free. The best part is with produce lasting up to 5 times longer, you'll be eating cleaner, saving money, cutting down on food waste. But before you take another bite, you need to Eat Cleaner. Call or go online now and get not right with 2 bottles of Eat Cleaner to have cleaner, healthier fruits and vegetables that last up to 5 times longer for just $24.99. It comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. But to make this the best tasting offer on TV, we'll give you a 3rd bottle free. That's 2 bottles for one low price. Call or visit GetEatCleaner.com.
Most naturally, look into the mirror and see this. When they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be using this.
The fuck?
Wonderful 6-in-1 face cream for men. First of its kind anti-aging cream designed specifically for men. Fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles. Visit particlemen.com. Use the promo code on your screen to receive 25% off your entire order. Plus, we've got free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee. www